50 actuators per hand, 5,000 tasks ready at launch, operating 6 times faster than any human worker. Tesla Bot Gen 4 isn't an incremental update. It's a revolution Elon Musk just confirmed is arriving in 2027. The price? Just $20,000, less than most used cars, yet designed to perform surgery and manage entire households. But here's what demands attention. While competitors charge $150,000 for robots that struggle with basic tasks, Tesla claims Gen 4 will look so human-like, you'll need to touch it to confirm it's a machine. Can Tesla actually deliver on these specifications? And if they do, what happens when millions of these tireless workers enter homes and factories worldwide? The timeline is set, the technology is real, and the implications are staggering. Let's address the elephant in the room. A $20,000 humanoid robot sounds impossible. Boston Dynamics Atlas costs $150,000 and can't even be purchased by regular consumers. Figure AI's robots are experimental at best. Chinese competitors offer $5,000 versions that stumble around like toddlers learning to walk. So how is Tesla claiming they'll deliver Gen 4 at this price point while performing tasks that require surgical precision? The answer lies in something Musk revealed during the shareholders' meeting that most people missed. Tesla spends roughly $10,000 to manufacture each Optimus unit. That's not a projection. That's current production cost for Gen 2.5. Gen 3 launching in Q1 2026 will sell for $20,000, meaning Tesla's making $10,000 profit per unit. Once production hits 1 million units annually, manufacturing costs could drop even further. Tesla isn't building these robots from scratch. They're leveraging existing EV technology, batteries, power electronics, motors, AI chips, and autonomous driving software already mass-produced for vehicles. Every Tesla car is essentially a four-wheeled robot. The Cybercab operates completely autonomously. Optimus is just that same robotic platform with arms and legs attached. This isn't innovation. It's intelligent repurposing of billion-dollar infrastructure already in place. When you understand this strategy, the $20,000 price point stops sounding impossible and starts sounding inevitable. The real engineering breakthrough isn't the body or the legs, it's the hands. Musk confirmed Gen 4 will feature 50 actuators per hand. That's 100 actuators total for both hands. To understand why this matters, consider what your hand does every single day. It can grip a hammer with force, then immediately switch to threading a needle with delicate precision. It can sense temperature, texture, and resistance. It adjusts grip strength in milliseconds based on what it's holding. Current Gen 2.5 already demonstrates 22 degrees of freedom in its hands. Videos show it handling eggs without cracking them, delicately watering plants, and manipulating battery cells. Gen 3 expands this capability to 1,500 pre-installed tasks, upgradable to 3,000 through software updates. But Genesis 4 jumps to 5,000 tasks with those 50 actuators enabling movements indistinguishable from human hands. This is an incremental improvement. It's a complete redesign of what robotic manipulation can achieve. What does this actually mean in practice? Musk claims Gen 4 hands can play piano, thread needles, turn screws, and perform surgical procedures. That last one isn't hyperbole. He specifically stated these robots could complete surgery in under 2 hours with near-perfect accuracy. Compare that to human surgeons who experience fatigue, hand tremors, and attention lapses during lengthy procedures. A robot maintains identical precision from the first incision to the final suture. The question isn't whether this is technically possible. Tesla's already demonstrated the foundational technology. The question is whether society is ready for robots performing tasks we've always considered exclusively human. Here's where the math becomes uncomfortable. Humans work roughly 1,800 to 2,000 hours annually. We sleep 8 hours daily, eat multiple meals, take breaks, get sick, need vacations, and experience performance fluctuations based on mood, health, and energy levels. Gen 4 operates 24/7 with a 2.3 kilowatt-hour battery requiring only 15 to 30-minute recharge cycles. When plugged in continuously, it runs indefinitely. Musk's claim of 6 times human productivity isn't exaggeration, it's actually conservative. A machine operating 8,760 hours annually versus 2,000 human hours is 4.3 times more time. But robots don't experience fatigue degradation. A human's productivity drops significantly after hour 4 of an 8-hour shift. Studies show attention span and precision decline sharply as fatigue accumulates. Robots maintain consistent output from hour 1 to hour 8,760 without variation. In manufacturing environments, this consistency is revolutionary. Tesla engineers reportedly put Optimus on tasks where new human factory workers were fumbling, and the robot handled them so smoothly that observers fell silent. That's not promotional material. That's the fundamental gap between biological limitations and mechanical consistency. When you factor in 0 sick days, 0 workplace injuries, and 0 training ramp-up time for repetitive tasks, the productivity multiplier extends far beyond simple hour calculations. This reality explains why businesses are already inquiring about bulk orders before Gen 3 even launches. This capability might be Gen 4's most underestimated feature, and it's the one that separates Tesla from every competitor in the robotics space. Optimus learns by watching videos, not through motion capture where humans wear sensors, not through remote control where operators manipulate the robot. It watches YouTube tutorials, instructional content, and demonstrations, then replicates those actions autonomously through AI processing. Tesla uses AI simulation environments where Optimus practices tasks billions of times before attempting them in the real world. Wanted to cook a steak? Show it a chef's video. In simulation, it attempts that recipe billions of times, experimenting with different techniques, temperatures, and timing. Each failure teaches the AI what doesn't work. When it achieves 99% success rate in simulation, it's deployed for real-world execution. Gen 3 claims it can learn 100 new tasks daily through this method. Gen 4's expanded processing power and 5,000 task library suggest that number increases substantially. The implications are staggering. Every new cooking video, repair tutorial, or instructional guide uploaded to the internet becomes potential training data. The robot's skill set expands continuously without requiring manual reprogramming or expensive software patches. This creates a compounding knowledge effect where millions of Optimus units learn collectively, and successful task execution data gets shared across the entire fleet through over-the-air updates. Consider what this means for a household owner. You buy Gen 4 in 2027 with 5,000 tasks installed. 6 months later, thousands of other owners have taught their units new skills: gardening techniques, specific recipes, furniture assembly methods, pet care routines. Tesla aggregates this successful training data, validates it through simulation, and pushes it to your unit overnight. Your robot becomes more capable while you sleep, without any effort on your part. This is the same fleet learning approach that improved Tesla's full self-driving system, now applied to physical task execution. Musk confirmed Gen 4 production begins in 2027, with Gen 5 following in 2028. That's not distant future, it's 24 months away. Gen 3 launches Q1 2026, meaning Tesla is compressing development cycles to annual releases, mirroring smartphone upgrade patterns. Each generation brings significant improvements. Gen 3 offers 3,000 tasks, Gen 4 reaches 5,000, and Gen 5 targets 6,500 tasks with full homemaker capabilities, including cooking, cleaning, and surgical assistance. Production targets reveal Tesla's true ambition. Gen 4 aims for tens of millions of units. Gen 5 scales to hundreds of millions. Musk previously stated his long-term vision includes 30 to 40 billion humanoid robots globally. 3 to 4 robots per human worker in industrial settings, plus personal units in homes. These aren't speculative projections. They're production roadmap targets backed by manufacturing infrastructure already under construction. The unboxed manufacturing process developed for Cybercab enables this scale. Rather than sequential assembly lines, Tesla builds major sections in parallel at different stations, combining them during final assembly. This methodology mirrors electronics manufacturing more than traditional automotive production. Current Model Y takes roughly 1 minute to assemble at Giga Shanghai, Cybercab targets 10 seconds per vehicle. Optimus production leverages identical parallel assembly techniques, and Tesla's already proven they can scale vehicle production to millions of units annually. Applying that same manufacturing expertise to humanoid robots isn't theoretical. It's operational execution of established processes. Here's the uncomfortable truth buried in all the promotional material. If one Gen 4 unit produces 6 times more output than a human worker while costing $20,000 up front with minimal ongoing expenses, the business calculation becomes brutally simple. A human earning $50,000 annually costs employers roughly $65,000 to $75,000, including benefits, insurance, payroll taxes, and administrative overhead. Over 5 years, that's $325,000 to $375,000 in total employment costs. One Optimus unit costs $20,000 with estimated annual maintenance under $2,000. Over 5 years, $30,000 total investment. It produces 6 times more work, never calls in sick, doesn't require HR management, workers' compensation insurance, or compliance with labor regulations, and operates 24/7 without overtime pay. The return on investment isn't marginal. It's overwhelming by every financial metric businesses use to evaluate capital expenditures. Musk frames this as eradicating poverty through material abundance. His vision: robots build houses, infrastructure, and goods so efficiently that costs plummet and wealth becomes accessible to everyone. There's economic logic there. If production costs approach zero, prices follow. But there's a transition period nobody wants to acknowledge. What happens to warehouse workers, factory employees, food service staff, and home care providers during the decade-long shift from human labor to robotic workforce? The displacement won't be gradual. It'll be cascading. Once early adopters demonstrate measurable productivity gains and cost savings, competitors must follow or become uncompetitive. We've seen this pattern with every automation wave throughout industrial history. The difference is scale and speed. Previous revolutions took decades to fully deploy. This one compresses into years because the technology arrives mature rather than experimental, and the economic incentives are immediate rather than long-term. So here's what it all means. Tesla isn't just building robots, they're compressing a 50-year timeline into 5 years. Gen 4 launches in 2027 with 50 actuators per hand, 5,000 tasks, and 6 times human productivity at $20,000. Remember the opening question about whether Tesla can deliver at this price? The answer is yes, because they're leveraging existing EV infrastructure, mass production expertise, and proven AI systems. The technology is real. The timeline is confirmed. Gen 4 is the inflection point where humanoid robots move from prototypes to practical tools. Once early adopters show results in 2027, adoption accelerates everywhere. Manufacturing moves first. Healthcare follows, then homes. The cascade happens fast. And Genesis 4 is just the start. Genesis 5 arrives in 2028 with surgical precision. Beyond that, Musk targets 30 to 40 billion robots globally by the 2030s. Here's the real question. How do you prepare for a world where robots cost less than cars and outwork humans 6 to 1? Drop your perspective below. Progress or disruption? Your view matters. This is Tesla Zone. We analyze the tech reshaping tomorrow. Subscribe and hit notifications for Gen 5 updates and what's next for Optimus. Like if this gave you clarity, share with anyone questioning if these robots are real. They arrive in 24 months. Be ready.